Welcome everyone, Scott G here with the Simple Trading Life, and welcome to this Tuesday's live stream. Welcome to the broadcast. Let me see if I can get you pulled up on my comments here. Broadcast. Let me see if I can. So right where I typed hello, I've got my phone so I can see everyone's comments. That is where you would type anything, and we'll let a couple of people, it says there's just one person in here right now, so we'll let some others join. I'm sort of watching this level right now on ES, right through here. In fact, I'm going to set an alert at, let's see here, 69.50. And if that alert goes off, we may look, actually 69.75 is even better. We may look at taking a scalp long, possibly up to right around this area, or if we get some momentum, maybe up to this resistance area. So that's what we're going to be watching for. See, a couple of you are in here. Welcome. Now, one of the things that we saw this morning, okay, we saw this downtrend. Here was the opening candle. We pushed down. Buyers came in right here at this level, which was a rally-based rally. Okay, so this resting candle we kind of figured would act as support. Pushed up all the way up to here, which is into this wick right here. Okay, and this wick has been important because if we get over that, it might be fairly easy to get up here. Okay, but we haven't been able to get through this wick yet, right? So we came up, we got right up to it, then we sold off, and here's where I took several scalps on the way down this morning, and we had a really good idea of where price was probably going to come to because of this trend line right here. Okay, now right now we see prices kind of selling off, so I'm going to set an alert right about there, and we will watch. Okay, just in case it really starts to go. Oh, and there it goes. Let's come back over here. And let's see, is there anything? Yeah, let's try it. Okay. See if we can get anything move in that direction. Okay, stop me out. 37.50, that's okay. Okay, now what we're going to watch, let me come back over here. Okay, it looks like we should be able to get down to opening price level. We'll come back over here and let's see here. I'll probably bounce back up. Looking here, seeing if there's anything that we might want to take. Trying to push down again. Once again, kind of bouncing back against us. Let's see if it makes another effort to go lower. Okay, I tried to get my stop in at 37.50 and it didn't let me. So now what I got to watch is see if we make another attempt to go lower. So I'm actually in this trade. I am down currently. I won't let it go too far against me. Seeing if we're going to make another attempt to go lower here. Okay, it's trying, it's trying. Got a lot of activity here just after 2 o'clock. This is when action tends to start picking back up. Okay, we're still right there by the 200 and the 20 where they come together. Trying to see if we're going to get another push down or not. A lot of activity here. So you can see how I wasn't able to get my stop in at 37.50, which is where I really like to have my stop. So now I'm trying to see, are we going to get another push lower or not? Right now we're kind of hung up there. Okay, it's trying to push lower here. See these blips of red? Okay, trying. Okay, it's pushing. Let's see if it can get below the wick of the previous candle. All right, so at a bare minimum, okay, I stopped out at 37.50, which I'm absolutely fine with. You guys may have seen it went about $100 against me. Okay, I still think we may go lower here, but the price action has got very volatile. Okay, it's coming back up. Okay, so for right now, I am going to just kind of let things play out. You see what's happened is it's come right down to opening price level and has not been able to get through. All right, so let's set an alert right here. And we need it right there. Okay, that'll tell us if it comes back down here. Okay, so once again, before all this excitement started happening, what we were talking about is we kind of had an idea that price was going to bounce here. And not only did it bounced up, came back down, settled in, and then it's been making this nice steady climb, but again, could not get through this wick where we have this alert set right up here. Okay, if we get through there, I really think we've got a great chance to at least get to the top of this candle, if not all the way up here to 30.76. Now, as you can see, again, we're catching, okay, some resistance right in this area right here where this wick is. Okay, we also had this big green candle up, big red candle down, which tells us that sellers came in strong right there. And again, they came in strong right here. So that's what we're kind of watching for. See, we got several more people here. Okay. We'll kind of see if we get any more trade opportunities. Now, what I typically do, okay, just so you guys know, and another thing I want to bring up is I am planning on starting to maybe phase out the normal live streams and go to an everyday or most every day morning trading session of about 90 minutes. So that might be coming here in the near future. We recorded my session today, and as long as I recorded it correctly and my faithful cohort Grayson is able to get things the way they're supposed to go, that might be one we can release. And then we might record a couple, and if everything's going well, we might start doing them live. And then we would probably eliminate the afternoon sessions. Okay, so what I look at, right now we're on the 5 minute. Okay, I look at the 15. All right, here's the 15. And then the 30, which is my go-to. Okay, so here's the 30. Back up, as you can see, could not take this out across here. Met selling pressure. There's the 20, okay, which we're still hanging out around. And then we know that 30, 62, 25, which is right here, 30, 62, 25 is the opening price level. So that's kind of what we're watching for. I mean, this could go either way right now, right? If we start to get some downside momentum, okay, I wouldn't be shocked to see it get down around here. Okay, if we got some upside momentum, I wouldn't be shocked to see it get right up in here. So that's really, kind of what we're looking at. We have some alerts set. So right now, this is the 30-minute candle. And from about 5:30 in the morning, okay, if we drew a line over here to current price, you can see even right now, we're still technically trending down, okay, since then. We've been as low as this point right here, which, right here is where we caught support the first time and really the second time. Okay, right in through here because we couldn't get a close below there. Okay, so now we're going to watch this. We're watching these numbers over here. Okay, now what we're looking for is anything that stands out as being abnormal. So this morning when we recorded it, there was some levels that were in the 600s and 700s when everything else was 200 or below. Now, the one level, okay, if we're able to get that recording up, the one level, we don't know if it was sort of fake or if they just got gobbled up, but it was about, I'm going to say right around 700. I'm going off memory. Price kept getting down and it would get close to it, but it wouldn't get to it. And when it did get to it, that number just disappeared. And boom, price went right through it. So as I was explaining this morning, and I've explained on other live streams before, the reason this is not always 100% reliable is orders can be pulled, or there can also be hidden buyers and sellers where they pay to have their orders hidden. Okay, now price is starting to move back up above the 20 here, so we're keeping an eye on this. Let me spread that out so you can see it better. Probably be able to see that a little bit better there. And now what we mean by pulling orders is if there's 700 orders at a particular level and nothing else is more than, say, in the 200s and below, okay, there should be some support there as it's coming down. Well, when price got there, that number just gone, just evaporated, and it just went right through. Now, is that people pulling their orders, or was there that many people ready to just go and take price down? That's something you don't know for sure. We know that pulling orders happens all the time, okay, that people place big chunks of orders that are abnormally large, hoping, right? They might be hoping that it's going to cause price to go the other direction. And if it gets too close, they just pull the orders. And sometimes there can be hidden buyers or sellers that you can't see, and those orders just get gobbled up. Okay, so price, again, moving back to the upside. We know we have an alert set right up here. Okay, the high of this, it was 69.50. So what we need to do, okay, where is it? Right there, 69.50. Before we get there at 69, we've got a little bit of a larger number. That's not, again, that's not abnormally large. That's not abnormally large. 3s, 400s, it might get up there and it might take it a little while to chew through there. But if this number was 6 or 7 or 800, then that starts to get, sort of out of the ordinary. All right, so we are watching to see, okay, are we going to get a move to the upside? Again, this candle here, 69.50, that's the top. Okay, now look here at 70, okay, some orders starting to build there. Even numbers, 69, 70, 71, you're typically going to have a little bit more, okay, like here at 69. Okay, you're typically going to have a build up more. It's a psychological thing. Where would I be interested in entering? We know this is the top of the candle. If price moved that direction, I would want to see what does 3 or 4 ticks above that look like. Okay, if there's a whole bunch of orders up in there, I'm probably not even interested then. But if it's pretty normal, then I may look at an entry long, okay, looking at least to here, if not all the way up to here. Hopefully I didn't make a big boo-boo there and you guys can see me. Let me try something here. Can you guys see me now? Somebody who's in the room. I did not have my webcam hooked up. My apologies. I was skirting to try to get everything going. If somebody who's watching can tell me, can you see me now? Just type in the comments that you can see me. I would appreciate it. And I do apologize. That's my fault. I was scrambling to get ready and I forgot to plug in my webcam. Awesome. Thanks, Tammy. I appreciate it. Okay, so here we are again. And again, we're on the 30-minute. We're on the 30-minute. And you can see what price did. It spiked down, came back to the 20, kind of was stuck in between here. Once it got back up above the 20, then it moved to the top here, but has not been able to break over through here. This has been the resistance area so far today, right through here. Okay, see if I leave my cursor there, you can see that that's right where that candle stopped. The gray over here is just kind of showing you a buildup of orders. Okay. They call that, oh, I can't even think of the name right off the top of my head. It'll come to me. It'll come to me, but I can't remember what they call that. But that shows you the buildup of orders. So in theory, right, if it comes down through here, you would assume that you are going to get some support right through here, because you see how it builds out and then back in and then back out. So you would think there would be some support in through here, here, and here. Can't remember if they call that the histogram. But anyway, I can actually turn that on or off. I leave it on, but I don't pay as much attention to it as some people do. Okay, some people look at this and they would say, okay, it's time to go long right now because they're going to have a hard time getting back through here because it builds out to a point like that. And there may be some truth in that sometimes. Okay, but again, I'm looking here. I know from price action that right up through here is what we need to get through to go higher. I also know to go lower, right? We need to get down here to go lower and take out, let me come back over here and take out opening price level. You see how we came right to it and we bounced. Okay, so I know what that number is. That's 306225. Okay, so if I'm back over here, and for those of you who don't know why I flip back and forth, I do a lot of charting and analysis on Thinkorswim, but I do trading on Tradeovate. Okay, so I don't like to trade on Thinkorswim. So I would know, if we start going the other way, this number right here was opening price level. And then going back up this direction, we know that we're looking to take out the high of this, which is 306950, which is right there. But that's not where I would want to enter. I would be looking at entering 3 or 4 ticks above that, because you don't want to get right up to the top of that candle and then get a big bounce against you. And you might not even be able to get your stop in time. Yes, exactly, Tammy. Sort of a volume profile, except they're doing it in bars instead of the little jagged mountain-like things. They're doing it in bars. That's exactly what it is. So I can turn this on or off. I leave it on. It's just another tool, but again, I don't give as much credence to it as some people do. That is exactly what it is. Okay, so let's look at some of these other time frames. Okay, on the 5-minute, you can see it came down to its 20 and 200 here, circled around, came back up. Right now, it's coming back down. Okay, will it come back down and retest the 20 and then try to go higher? We'll see. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like. Okay, on the 15-minute, a little bit less volatile. Okay, we had our move up, could not break the level, sold off, not quite back down to its 20. Remember, on every chart, the 20 is the last 20 candles, the 200 is the last 200 candles for that particular time frame. The dotted line on my trading platform is VWAP, the volume weighted average price. Okay, so this is the 15-minute. Here's the 30-minute again. Make it easier for you to see. Okay, right here at the 20. I even have the hourly. Okay, there's the hourly and the daily. Okay, there is the daily. So the daily is green. Oh, here's really easy. Okay, the daily's green, the 4 hours green, the 60 minutes red, the 30 minutes red. So the last, or the current 30-minute candle and the current 60-minute candle are both red. The current current 4-hour candle and current daily candle are green. That tells me there's conflict. All right, so from a trading perspective, when there's conflict, I am more interested in these shorter time frames, the 5 and the 15. Okay, 30 is still my favorite, right? And if we get down here and we take out opening price level, then I am, looking for a move to the downside. Here on the 5-minute, look at this whipsaw. Down, up, down. Okay, see that? Down, up, down. Tough to trade that. Okay, right down here is opening price level, about the bottom of this candle right across here. So as you can see, a couple attempts so far. This one's got close, haven't been able to get through it yet. Then if we do, here's your next level, right here, right where the VWAP is. Okay, we moved up, we sort of based across, then we moved up. Okay, so this area in here could Could. We don't know for sure. Could act as support. If we look at it on a higher time frame, let me find it. Okay, it would be right here, right there. Okay, now obviously VWAP is going to be different here in the 30-minute, but on that 5-minute time frame, here is where we were seeing the candles that were sort of acting as support. Okay, now we're watching because it looks like it's trying to go lower here. Again, right here. You see some orders starting to build there too. Okay, we're already below this. See how I was saying I don't give it that much weight? Okay, it's not like this thing's sticking way out here, but you know, when you see it peak like that, that's typically telling you, or the people who trade that way, they believe that that's offering some support. Okay, so we just started a new candle here. Now we're going to see, can we get down and get below here? Okay, I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, now at worst, I'll make 1250 at worst. Okay, I'm kind of looking at 59. Oh, I just got taken out. 1250 for the stop. All right, so now I'm going to watch it again. Okay, we're still below. Right here is opening price level. Still below there. So I'm going to watch it. Is it going to try again? Quite a bit of whipsaw. Let me look at it on the 5-minute here. Okay, you see where we went? Right there, almost to the VWAP on the 5-minute. And we got some orders building out at 60, which is right here about VWAP, which is also right here with this congestion area. So to go lower, which would probably be down into this area, we'd want to see it get below here. Below here. Now this is the 5-minute that I'm on currently. Okay, I'm wanting to see it get below 60. Because that is pretty confluent with VWAP and where they've built out a few orders here. Now when it gets down there, we're going to see, does it just like disappear? Do the numbers disappear? Okay, no, they didn't disappear, but they are getting eat up. You see that? How the number is going down? Okay, let's see if we can get some movement. Definitely don't want it to come back against me. Looking for a push, looking for a push. Come on, push. Push down. Push. Let's go, let's go, let's go. At least let me get a stop in there to go break even. Put my stop up here just to protect myself. See, it's at 37.50. I will move it to break even if it starts going my way. Okay, now to break even. Come on, come on. Let's go, let's go. Come on, drop, drop. Okay, now I'm gonna at least move it into profit. Come on, drop. Okay, now we're looking down in here if it really gets going, which would be down around 55.75. Okay, that's only if it really gets going, and it's, nope. Okay, got stopped out. That's okay. Okay, again, stopped out for profit. Stopped out for profit. So now what are we watching for? Is it going to take out the bottom of this candle? 55.75 would be a target down in here. Okay, it may come back up and retest VWAP and then try to go lower. Okay, let me see what's the low of this. 58.50. Testing VWAP right now. Again, I'm on the 5-minute right now. Let's look at some of the others just to see what it looks like. Okay, you see that? You see where we bounced on the 30-minute? Okay, again, low is 58.50. So I got to watch. Okay, see 58.25. Got a little bit of build out there. $58.50 is the bottom of the candle. 58.25, we have a little bit of build out. I'd maybe be looking at an entry right in here. Here it comes. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm placing my order ahead of time in case it just all of a sudden starts to drop. So my order is placed, and if it just all of a sudden starts to plunge, it'll have to fill me because it has to eat up the orders that are in front of it. Okay, trying to break through VWAP right now. Then I'm also going to be ready to put a tight stop on just in case. Got 22 minutes to go on this candle, so a lot can happen. Okay, right now, because of what we see, the only thing I'm interested in right now is a downside play. See, we have a few more people that have joined us. We're actually doing a little bit of live trading today. We're going to start doing this more often. In fact, we're probably going to go away from the traditional live stream here in the near future. And I might start doing live trading sessions every morning, or at least most mornings, for about 90 minutes. From around 9:15 to about 11. Come on live maybe around 9:15. And then trade the market open through 11 a.m. So you see this little bit of build out right here. Okay, it's not huge. That's why I think that if they want to, they could really plunge this thing. And if so, I've got an order waiting. That's right, Tammy. That's right. And as you guys know, I told you I did analysis on my May trading, and my most profitable hours were between 9 and 11. Okay, here we go. We're pushing down, pushing down. Okay, it's eating up these orders at 30.58.25. Okay, now they're building again. You see how it was eating them here? Now they're building again. So there is definitely some support there, and that is where VWAP is. So that makes sense. You can see there's not a ton below here if it can break through. I'm not saying the thing's gonna, plunge way down here, but even if we could get down into this area here, we could make a few dollars. Okay, hasn't been able to get through it. Okay, so you guys are watching price action play out right before your eyes. See how this is built back up already? Okay, it got down to it. I can't remember exactly how low it went. I think it went down to about 120 or whatever. It was eating through these, but never could get all the way through, and then it started to go the other direction. So again, I've got this order waiting in case price would just all of a sudden start to drop. And then if that's the case, I would put a really tight stop right here. That's why I'm waiting with my cursor, because once it goes past this level, then I can enter a stop. So right up here where the yellow is, that's current price. Okay, and I can look above. Then you can look below. You can see that the orders are fairly equal, right? That means nobody is really in control right now. Okay, they're building this number out a little bit. Okay, now it's starting to go down. See this? That was up in the 260s. It's already down to the 170s. Could be people pulling their orders. Obviously, like if I would get rid of this, that would make that number go down. Okay, so we're about 41 minutes in here. See, I'm not interested in any of this back and forth. Not interested, right? I want to see a break of something like this, and then we should get a quick drop, maybe down into here. Okay, if we were lucky, maybe even down into this wick. Or we want to see it go back up, reclaim the 20, and start moving that direction. But we know that right across here has been very difficult to try to get through. Okay, and on the platform I'm on, this red line here and this green line here, this is the low of the session. Okay, so that goes back to last night. This is the high of the session. So that is your range for this trading session. That's the low, that's the high. So over here at 10:30 last night was where we started moving back up till 5:30 this morning. Then we moved down, little structure level, down, up. Okay, is this just structure level and are we going to keep going up, or are they going to keep trying to push it lower? We'll see. Okay, while we're waiting, let's look at the other time frames. Okay, 15-minute looks like it could be turning into a hammer. All right, could be turning into a hammer. Let's look at the 5-minute. Okay, look at the 5-minute. So the 5-minute gives you some exaggerated things because obviously these are smaller time frames. Okay, these candles look bigger than what they are. Okay, that's only a couple of dollars. It's not like some huge move. If we had candles this big on the 30-minute, that's a $15 or $20 move. Okay, but when you see these bigger candles on the 5-minute, they're a little bit exaggerated. Okay, so it reclaimed the 5-minute VWAP. It's moving back towards the 200. Let's go back over here to the 30. Okay, the 30 looks like it's forming a hammer. Here's the 15. All right, there's the 15. Again, I'm not interested in any of this stuff right now. Not interested in that. I have this order sitting down here that I can get rid of at any time. I can do it one of two ways. I can either exit it right there, or I can just hit exit and mark it cancel, and that'll cancel anything that's open. Okay, we've got 2 seconds left. We're going to form a hammer here. Let's see, what is the high of this candle? 30.6450. 30.6450. That's right here. So if this hammer would get taken out, okay, now you got this wick right next to it. Okay, and then we also know that right across here that has been resistance. Now the more times something's tested, the weaker it normally gets. Okay, we see we got a bunch more people on, so welcome to everybody. We're just doing some live trading today. Trying to take some scalps. It's been a little bit whippy, as you can see. See these tails? Okay, but we're trying to be as cautious as we can and take very high probability trades. I do have for those of you who are just joining us, I do have a standing order down here to the downside, which is if we could get through this right here, okay, this VWAP, and maybe go lower. Now this is the 15-minute. I placed it based on the 30-minute, but the VWAP's in basically the same spot. Do this so you can see, okay? Basically in the same spot, and then we would look for a spike down to here, or maybe down even into the wick over here. That's if it tried to continue lower. Now right now, buyers have come in and have pushed price back to the upside. And we know that 30.6450, which is right here, is the high of this candle. So if for some reason we would get a break to the upside, we would possibly look at taking it, because it's also the 20 right here in the 30-minute. Make that bigger so everybody can see. Okay, Kelsey, I just now seen your comments. Okay, if this hammer, right, if this hammer breaks, I'm looking up in here, but I would be trailing it up. Okay, so I would be trailing it up if this hammer would break, but I know that right across here, let me do this again, right across here, started with this wick, and then this candle came up, broke down, this candle came up, broke down. Okay, so if this broke to the upside, I'd be looking to get what I can, and then if it would continue to go, I would just keep trailing it with my stop as it moved up. Okay, Kelsey's asking, do I think it's more valuable to have a bunch of small wins than one big win? Well, it depends, right? It's easier to pile up smaller wins, right? You're not going to get that many big wins. Everybody's looking for the big win. It's a lot harder to get a big win. Okay, so for the most part, in general, the answer to that question is yes, it's easier to pile up small wins. And just take what the market gives you. Okay, so for me, right through here, if for some reason it would break to the upside, Okay, we know that's the top, right? And I would watch up in here. I'd look to enter at least a few ticks above. Okay, so maybe, maybe like right there. Because I'm not seeing any big numbers. I'd like to see what that number is. It'll show up here in just a second if it goes any higher. See, all of a sudden everything slowed down. Did you see how aggressive it got at 2 o'clock? Okay, there we go, 2:10. That's not huge. All right, so that's not huge. So this is the top of the candle. Okay, possibly an entry right there with a tight stop. Okay, I'm putting the order in. So if it all of a sudden starts to shoot up, it has to fill me. And then I'm ready. Okay. Let's see if it'll pop. Nope, took me out. Okay, so I had a tight stop at 25. You see how it popped up, but then it came back. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, let's see if it makes another run. Okay, so I got stopped out right there, $25 loss. See how I keep it super small. So Kelsey, as soon as it moves about 4 or 5 ticks into profitability, I move my stop at least to break even or to like say $12.50. Okay, let's see here. Are they going to make another run? What's the top? What's the highest? The highest was 3065.50. That's where I was thinking about entering. So maybe it should be 1 tick above that. Okay, there's definitely an art to try to figure out where to enter when you get a signal. Okay, so we took the top of that candle out, right? And I entered 3 ticks above, and I put a stop at 25, which is 2 ticks below, and it just kind of waffled a tick or so above, and then it came back and hit my stop. Okay, but the way I look at it, I'm happy that I got out with a small loss. Okay, 2 ticks. It's no big deal. Okay. Seeing if it's going to try to make any kind of a move here to the upside. Okay, last time I tried to enter there, and that's where it turned around. Okay, so if I try to enter again, I'd probably go a tick above that. Kelsey, I'm trading the 5, the 15, and the 30. Right now I'm on the 30. Okay, primarily those are the 3 that I use. If you remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, I traded everything from the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 5 minute, the 10 minute, the 15. I traded like, I think everything almost from the 1 up to the hour just to show you guys that it works on any time frame. But preferably 30 is my favorite. The 15 and the 5 I use for a smaller look. Okay, I can always come back over here. Okay, as you can see, the only thing that's red right now is the 60 minute, the hourly. 30 minutes green, 4 hours green, daily's green. So I'd really like to see it maybe pop to the upside and maybe this go green and we get time frame agreement is what we would call that. Okay, and that can increase your probabilities. Okay, so right now, again, nothing to do. Sometimes scalping isn't as glamorous as people think it is. Okay, what did I say? 38, 60, 65, 75. It would be right there. It'd be this one. A lot of patience, a lot of waiting. Now, if you go to the 5 minute or something like that, absolutely, it's going to seem like there's a lot more action, but it's typically just smaller moves, right? Where's the top over here? 67.50. Okay. Just getting some numbers in my mind if price does come my way. Kelsey, it was because price had went all the way down and bounced off of VWAP, came back through and made a higher high. That's why. She was asking why didn't I wait until the 30-minute candle just completely formed and then look for it getting taken out. It was because price came all the way down here, bounced there, and came all the way back up through. Okay, showing a lot of buying pressure. So we got a little over 4 minutes on the 30-minute candle. And actually the 5, the 15, and the 30. So I'll show you what the 5 looks like. There's going to be a lot more noise. Okay, here's what the 5 looks like. And again, these bigger candles, they're a little bit deceiving because they're just a couple of bucks. And here's the 15. Okay, so on the 15, it did take out the hammer. Right there, Kelsey. On the 15. But on the 30, again, on the 30, it was just the fact that it came all the way down here and bounced and came all the way back through, took out where it opened, and took out the high, which was slightly above the 20 right there. They're building a little bit here. Okay, they had built at this level before, which is kind of funny. It's kind of an odd level for them to build out at, or build up, I should say, not out. Oh, it rejected my order, so I would come up to here, and I'd look to stop right here. So I tried to get filled at 306575 and it rejected because I couldn't get my order in quick enough before it had already ate up that level. See if we can get a pop here. Trying to see if we'll get a pop. Come on. Okay, now I'm in and I'm waiting to see if it's going to pop or not, and I'm actually probably being way too generous. I should have probably exited out already. Okay, we got the change of candle. Come on, come on, move up, move up. Goes up just a little bit higher. I'm going to probably put my stop in here. Come on, pop up there, pop. Every time it starts to get up there, even though there's not a lot of orders over here, every time it starts to move up, there's pressure up there. Really needs to take out the top of this preceding candle. This candle right here. We need to take that out. I'd really like to get it back up near break even so I could try to get a stop in somewhere around 37.50 or 25. I'm playing with fire here. Need to move this up a little bit. Come on now, move back up. The reason I say I'm playing with fire is because we're right here at the 20 as well. I got to get out. All right, so I just lost like 112.50 or 125 bucks. That is a bad loss. Bad loss. So now we're going to see if we can get any downside movement. Nope, it bounced on us. Okay, now the reason I entered is we know this level is opening price right there, and we went below it. That stop was okay, 37.50. The first one was either 112.50 or 125. That is not good. Not good. See a lot of whipsaw right now. I'm sure everybody can see this. And what we mean by whipsaw is when it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Very, very difficult to trade. What time is it? 3:05. Okay, and I don't trade much longer anyway. So my new rules for June are 2 to 3:15. So I would not, unless I'm in a trade, I wouldn't be taking any new trades after that. Okay, here we go again. Looks like it's trying to push. This right here is opening price level. I'll show you. Okay, see, we're right at opening price level. We got this big wick here. Okay, if we would start to break down, we would get to here, and then the next thing would be this trend line. That's if we started to break down. Right now, that's not what's occurring as of right now. Again, right here is opening price level. Slowly creeping its way back up. Looks like it's trying to move lower again. Let's look at these other time frames, see if we're getting any signals over here. Okay, here we had a rally base drop. Okay, but right now it's still going to the upside. And then right there is VWAP on the 5-minute. Here's the 200. And again, that's opening price level, 306225. And because we are into power hour, action will probably start to pick up. Let me look at the 15. Okay, the 15, we had the hammer, we took it out. Then we actually came back down and took out the bottom of the candle that took out the hammer. Now moving back up as of right now. Then 30-minute. Okay, we're in. Stopped out at break even. Okay, we tried. Okay, let's see if it makes another attempt. Okay, it's coming back up. Okay, right there is opening price level. Stopped out again. So we're just not getting any steady movement to the downside right now. Gonna try it again. Nope, we couldn't get in. I feel like it at least wants to get down here and test this. They're building out some numbers right in through here. Okay, that number is really starting to climb. Okay, well, I don't want to keep you guys too long. I've already kept you longer than I normally would. Tried to do some live trading here. Obviously, very choppy. It's been very choppy, and you can see it can be very difficult. Other than that one big mistake, you know, I'm okay with small stop outs. Okay, either positive or a little bit negative. That one, I told you I was playing with fire, and it cost me. Okay, that's why you don't do that. Just put your stop in if you can get it in. Get your stop in and take your medicine if it goes against you. This has been so choppy back and forth. You can see how difficult it's been this afternoon. This morning was a lot easier. So this morning I made $250 in 90 minutes. I'm definitely down right now during this past hour. I'll continue to watch this, but now we're right up against it. I'm not going to take any more trades after 3:15. So unless something changes, I might not be taking any more trades. We're back up to opening price level right now, and we're kind of gonna see how everything reacts. So everybody have a great day. We'll be back on Friday, probably at 2 o'clock, but possibly in the morning. But I'll let everybody know. So enjoy your day. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications bell, and then check us out at simpletradinglife.com. It's absolutely free. Join our free Discord room. We'd love to have you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.